I'll count it down, do a little thing, and then take my headphones off while Kristen does her business, and then we're on to the races here. It begins in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to There Will Be Dungeons, episode 34. Yeah, that's right. Write it down. Tell your friends. It's episode 34 of the show that you have come to know and love. We play D&D here under the expert tutelage of our DM, Bo Schwartz. I'm Scott Johnson with John, Kristen, and Bo. We're all here, and we're all ready to make it happen. Sit right back and enjoy yourselves. Before we get too far, though, a quick email from a listener. His name is Gooey. G-U-I. Maybe it's GUI? I don't know what that is.
Graphical user interface.
Graphical user interface.
Man.
Has piped in and said, would you like to make me 25% larger? All right, no, he says, Bo, from the voice acting to the amazing story flow with great battles, dialogues, and plot twists, please keep on DMing. John, I love the way Stanley is the voice of reason in the group, your relationship with Nash, and the way you use diplomacy creatively. Kristen, thank you for bringing a touch of femininity to the group. Just a touch? I think she brings a lot. Which is good. We
didn't
need
know
it.
I brought any.
Depends on how ham she's going at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you for your gender. The rest of the stuff, whatever. But the fact that you're female is a big accomplishment.
It is good. And then he goes on to say your optimism, and also a bit of the I'll kill everyone crazy. Scott, I never thought I'd like Nash so much, despite his carelessness. Nash does seem to be a very interesting cocktail of crazy, scared, caring, and sensitive emotions. Also love how he uses Nash Magard of the Solar Mines for most unimportant conversations. People look at me in the bus when I laugh every time you say it. Kyle Pharrell is my favorite character. It's amazing how powerful the lizard hero feels despite refusing the demon pact. He feels very strong through your role-playing. The weapons he crafts from fallen beast foes. Your character feels awesome. I envision him roaring just like Trez in Jurassic Park to intimidate his foes. Who's Trez?
The T-Rex.
Oh, he wrote
right at the end.
He wrote
Trez. The banner flying.
Yeah, he wrote Trez, which I should have figured out, but it's just a misspelling.
Isn't there a rapper called Trez Songs or something?
Probably. It's T-R-E-Z, yo. And I did get goosebumps when Pharrell declared he would be king and save the land. Then he says, and once again, Bo, Bok Bok is amazing. Pharrell and Bok Bok spinoff, please. Apologies for the long email. Long story short, amazing show. Love it. And can't wait to see how it evolves from here. Thanks, GUI. That is to say, graphical user interface. He really likes us, and we really like you, dude. So thanks for that awesome email. If you'd like to send your emails to the show, your own contact, your own whatever, you can go over to the website, therewillbedungeons.com, and it's all right there. All right. We're about to dive in. I have to take my headphones off for this because I wasn't here last week, and I don't want to hear the recap. But I will now turn it over to Kristen and her capable hands.
Woo! Last time on There Will Be Dungeons. Don't drink the water. Face to face with a ferocious foe, Hope found herself fanged while Stanley and Pharrell flung flurry after flurry of fists at the freak. Not relenting, but regenerating, Stanley tried tempting the toughie with a Tintin text, convinced the toothy terror was McReady. Pharrell, angry at the alabaster alien, arrested the artifact from Stanley and smote it upon the savage's skull, before securely stretching the sanguine zipper straight. Combing for a contrivance that could kill the creature who cried, "Help me," Hope crept to a curious cut in the corner to come upon a rocket launcher, but before a blast could beset the beast, Pharrell bashed him so boisterously he blew up into broom. The three weary warriors made their way to their wharf, where Pharrell was welcomed by a wary wanderer bearing a woeful wire. Meanwhile, Hope peacocked privately with her rad rocket, and Stanley began saucing the server while welcoming whiskey. Not too long after, Pharrell was sought by scouts and asked to team with the Trashburg Grey Sox in the upcoming Blood Ball Bonanza. The scaled soldier said yes to a test that afternoon. Stanley, now strikingly stewed, stumbled upstairs. Hearing a hubbub, Hope headed out only to find a fuddled half-elf fuming that Stanley had foiled his own fate. Now rejoin our besotted buddy as we finally uncover the long-awaited mystery that is Stanley Billings.
Am I good? Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm bringing it back on. Oh, and I gotta ramp it up. Okay.
Ramp up the music.
Big finish. have no idea what happened.
Introduction. I'm sad you missed it.
Yeah, I'm sad too. I'm excited though because whatever.
Fade in.
Oh yeah, fade in. Bo, you go.
Nash, you are. There's a giant. Not a giant. There's a bucket underneath you, but it's very large, and you have your cloak is off and on the ground.
Where am I?
You're in your bathroom at Charlemagne's.
Okay, good.
And you are perched on top of the bucket, 1 foot on the left side, 1 foot on the right side, squatting over the bucket, having the worst shit you've ever had in your life.
Wait a minute, really? This is where I'm at? This is where I'm at. All right.
You look down, and there's about 2 to 3 inches of liquid and poo pieces below, the stench filling up the room, and you think back to, how did I get here? So the scene rewinds to you outside of Jettles McReady, and Hope had you had sent Pod in to check on the corpse inside, or check on what was inside. Pod came back and reported that there was a corpse in there. Yeah. So Hope decided to go investigate. She went in while Stanley and Pharrell hung around the front area. There was a crash heard from inside, and Hope had gone up the stairs, and eventually you heard loud hissing, and the sounds of combat began as Pharrell and Stanley rushed up to help Hope, and then it happened. The worst stomach cramp you've ever had in your life, and you realized you forgot to go to the bathroom before you left Charlemagne's that morning, and your stomach was awful. As the sounds of fighting continued, you called up and said, "Guys, I gotta go back to Charlemagne's. I'm really sorry. You guys gonna be okay up there?" And you didn't get a response back. And then you said, "I feel really bad, but I really have to leave. You sure you're gonna be okay?" And then Stanley sent you a magical message into your brain saying, "Are you going to come up or not?" Or something to that effect. Yeah. And I don't remember the exact. Stanley, what did you say? Do you remember?
That's close enough. It's something to the effect of, come up and help or leave and shit.
Yeah. And then you said, "Okay, but do you need any spells first before I go? I feel really bad." And the sounds of battle continued. And finally you said, "Okay, I'm leaving now." And then you ran faster than you've ever run before through the streets of Trashburg, knocking over merchant carts and pushing aside the gray shirted people, going, "Get out of my way!" and rushing down the alleyways till you hit Charlemagne. You burst open the door of Charlemagne, didn't say anything. You were just a blur as you hit the stairs and ran up the 2 flights to the 3rd floor room, busted it open, and then leaving it open, you went into the bathroom and just started having the worst diarrhea you've ever had in your life into the bucket that's in there. Okay. And
is that your impression of me, by the way?
Then you realize Pod was there. Pod goes, "Oh, it's gross." And you say, "Oh, you should get out for this." And so invisible, she flew out into the main room, and she closed the door behind herself. And now 2 hours later, here you are with stomach cramps continuing to unload. Now, you do hear the sounds of conversation as things quiet up. The stench doesn't let up, and you hear what you think are the muffled voices of Hope and Stanley having a conversation out in the hallway.
Okay. I like your impression of me, first of all. I just want to put that out there, that you're... Do you need any spells? Okay, I gotta go. That's pretty good. Yeah. It's pretty good. Do I still... am I in a pretty bad condition here? I can't really...
You feel a lot better.
Oh, I do.
But the stench, I don't know what your nasal or your olfactory sensitivity is like, but to the normal mortal man or woman, it is enough to make them pass out. The door is closed. There's no ventilation. There's no toilets in Trashburg, so it's in a bucket. It's just existing there in this, 2 to 3 inch lake of brown liquid with floaters in them.
I can't believe this is where I was. This is where I was the whole time? I was there the whole time.
I mean, only 2 hours have gone by since the episode you missed because there was combat and a lot happened in those 2 hours, but you've been in there 2 hours.
He's the DM of BMs. All right. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to yell. Who's out there?
It's just me, Nash. Are you okay?
I'm better. Stand back. Yeah, stand back.
Can you warn me before you open the door?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm leaving now. I'm getting out of here. This is going to kill me.
You should wash yourself before you leave.
In what?
There's a bath, there's a shower, and there's a sink there with running water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's just no toilet.
Well, wait, what? Okay. Want to take off?
I think at one point, one of the NPCs mentioned that they don't want shit in the water stream for the filtration, which would be why there's no toilet.
Okay. Can you do me a favor, Pod?
Yeah.
Can you look around for like something about I don't know. I'm looking for something a radius of about 24 inches. With this, it can be like a sheet of metal or of wood. Do you see anything?
Inches?
It's in the solar mines we used Imperial while we were there. You don't know what that is, do you?
I don't know what any of that means.
All right. Is there any a flat piece of something out there that's just loose, like a piece of the wall or anything? I need to cover this up. I'm looking for a toilet lid.
Oh, okay. Well, I could cut out part of the blanket and you could drape it over top.
That's perfect. Shove some of that under here, and I need it to be
Okay, so there's a considerable amount of clearance under the door, so blanket starts making its way through almost immediately.
Okay, cool. Do you have any rope or twine?
No.
Do
you?
No.
Is there some in your... No.
All right.
Maybe you could use some of your bandages.
This'll do fine. All right, I take what she's given me, I wrap it around the rim of this freaking hell bucket, and is it made of wood?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
actually, no. It's made of like an aluminum. It's aluminum.
Oh, it's metal.
Thing. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna wrap it the best I can in this whole blanket. In fact, I'm gonna put it on top of the blanket, and then I'm gonna wrap the wrap bag around it, and it's basically gonna be a wrapped sheet blanket around this around this toilet. Then I'm gonna shower, and I'm gonna get out of there. Okay.
So you take a few minutes to quickly shower.
Yeah.
There's a bar of soap. Do you use it?
Yes. I do use it.
Okay.
Is that okay? Well, no, unless it's like a magic soap or something. Is there something I don't know about this soap?
No, but my concern is you're covered in boils and bump. Like, what do you call them again?
Tumors. It's fine.
Tumors,
bumps.
So I'm just
and boils.
wondering:
Yeah.
A, are they open? B, what does the impact of having water sprayed on them feel like? You know when you have an open wound, like a cut, and you put water on it, it stings a bit, right?
Yeah, it stings real bad, but
that's like most of your body.
Yeah.
So are you on fire with pain when you run water over your body?
Well, they're not all open. They're not all open sores, and those that are will sting. But I'm used to it, so it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So there's soap there. You turn the hot water on, wash.
Yeah.
Really quickly.
Yeah.
Let's do a medicine check to see how well you do wash.
All right. Hold on. Sorry, I'm ill prepared for this. Random
you don't
roll.
wash often, so it's not like a thing you practice.
No. Sorry. Medicine check. Here we go. It is going to be an 18.
All right. Sweet. So you get that soap in every nook and cranny, and there's a lot on your body, including the one that counts. That really bad, the disaster zone on your body, and then you're clean. There's no shower. There's no towels that you can see, but you step out dripping wet. Your cloth is on the ground, or your robe is on the ground, along with your staff.
All right, I'm gonna put the robe back on. I know it's not super clean, but I don't care. I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna grab my staff, and I'm gonna open the door and get out of there.
So you smell lemon fresh, but your robe smells of the desert, of years in the desert still.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
I don't care.
You open the door.
Yeah.
And now you're in your room. You see your blanket on the bed cut up.
Oh, I warn her first. Hey, I'm coming out. Pod, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Back up.
Can I get back on your shoulder?
Yes, but stand a little ways away.
Okay.
This is a real nightmare in here. So I come out and saunter over there, and she can hop up if she wills.
Okay. Well, you don't see her, but you feel a little weight.
Oh, I feel okay. She's not visible. All right.
No,
that's fine.
All right, and you hear sort of this laughter, Hope's laughter out in the hallway. I believe the last thing you said is like, Stanley? What's wrong? Or something like that. So if you guys want to pick up your conversation from last week.
Can I hear them from where I am if I don't go out?
Can. Your door's open. The door to your room was left open.
Okay, I'm gonna hold back because I don't want him to see me. I don't
No,
want to hear.
I'm sorry. It was closed. We have to be consistent. Pod
Oh.
might have closed it actually.
Oh, okay.
You can hear them, but yeah, because I did some play acting last week where Stanley went to your door to listen in, and you were just going.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put my ear to the door and just see what I hear. I'm not trying to be sneaky. I just want to see what's going on before I go out there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And now, Hope, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go lay down.
No, Stanley. What you just said? There's another Stanley, or Stanley messed it up?
It's a big secret. Hope, I can't even begin to tell you what it is.
What? But you just started, and now it's so much easier, right, Pharrell? And I'll turn back to Pharrell standing in the hallway.
Whose snoot is poking through the doorway, trying to be stealthy, with a natural one. Natural one stealth in the hallway.
Yeah. So you think you're stealth, but your nose everywhere up to your eye, so you can't see Stanley, but everywhere up to your nose is visible. Like so, all Pharrell would see is a snout.
That's such a good
your
visual.
mouth and nose.
I love it.
But you think you're stealth.
Peek around, see Varel's nose. I can't tell you, Hope, because Varel's always watching. I kiss. Shh.
Okay.
I turn around to start going into the bedroom.
What if I got rid of Pharrell?
Whoa.
That was a big secret.
Oh,
Making my
okay.
way to the bed. to
All
lay
right.
down.
I'll walk over with Stanley and start tucking him in, just in case he starts talking some more about whatever the heck is going on.
Oh, thank you, Hope. You're the best one.
All right, let's do a persuasion contest. You have disadvantage due to your drunkenness.
Okay. 15. Am I adding anything to it? Persuasion?
Yeah, well, it's your
modifier?
persuasion. Yeah.
Oh, geez, 22.
It's the lowest of your two rolls.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 and a 19.
Of course you did.
I got a
All right.
natural 20.
Oh.
What's your modifier?
My modifier? Persuasion, 5, so 25 total.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you
that
beat
did
it. So,
beat me.
so critical hits aren't automatic wins for skill checks.
Oh,
they
okay.
often confer that when it's versus NPC stuff, but in contests I'd have to take the higher score. But I think you have the higher score. So, Stanley, the way you're being tucked in is not something anyone's ever done for you, and it kind of makes you feel, I don't know, it's good, and you feel compelled to loosen your lips.
Hope, you're the best one. You're the only one I trust. I want you to know that.
Well, thank you, Stanley. And you can tell me anything, you know that, right?
But I can't, Hope, because I don't want anybody to know that Stanley isn't here right now. I'm in control, not
And-
him.
Who are you?
Me, I'm
What can I call you?
secret.
Secret.
Can't tell anybody because I think Pharrell already knows.
I don't know if he does. We could probably convince him otherwise.
He's always saying, Stanley, you're corrupted. You're a bad guy. I see the taint.
Oh, no, I think he only does that because he gets upset with how we act sometimes. I don't think he's actually sensed anything.
That's good. So we'll keep this between us, and we just won't tell anyone.
Okay. And I'll do like a little lip zip, throw away the key kind of a thing.
Stanley gives a little smile and then closes his eyes. And then makes a like ow my head moan. Just oh.
Oh, right. Well, I'll leave Stanley. Head out, shut the door of his room.
Okay, so now you're in the hallway with Pharrell, who's still in stealth mode next to the front door area.
Well, Stanley's getting some sleep, Pharrell.
Did I hear all the whispering?
You did. Nobody
I'll
declared
try
that,
and play it straight. I totally don't know this.
Nobody declared that they were stealthily trying to speak outside of earshot.
No,
so
if Stanley's anything like me, he's not quiet when he's drunk. He gets very loud.
That's what I mean. You know, it would have to be Hope trying to like put a cover, or you know, he would have had to maybe declare that like. Was like,
yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah, no. Pharrell was listening intently, and so was Nash.
Mm-hmm.
And I will stand to my full height, cross my arms in front of Hope, and say, "Hope, do you mean to defeat me?
Defeat you? What?
Get rid of me."
Why would we get rid of you?
That's what you said to
I didn't say we'd
the
get
secret.
rid of you. It's just you're not the best with secrets. You don't like them, and so I don't think you keep them very well.
Are we talking about the secret that lives in Stanley? Or secrets of conversation?
I'd say any secret. You've constantly said they're despicable, or you don't like treachery and things like that.
That's true.
But sometimes people need their secrets.
I don't understand. If one is to make the secrets have only complicated our journey so far. In fact, I have made efforts to focus, to abide by these measures. Yet I find it continues to burden our party. And now you hope to keep more secrets from me.
Stanley wanted it that way. Why would I disrespect what Stanley would want?
Because he is not himself.
He's just drunk, Pharrell. Sometimes life gets to be a bit too much, and you need a little help. You know, like when you go out in the desert by yourself because you've just had too much. That's what drinking's like.
I fear that during the Great Humping, that Stanley was somehow tainted by the experience. I do not remember him in the bed.
What did I miss?
Hope's just gonna look at the floor and kind of just shake her head. Pharrell, I don't even know.
And in fact, Tedna was also not in the bed. And he was also greatly disturbed after such an event.
Well, maybe when Stanley's sober, he can tell us a bit more about it.
Yes. Did you know? I will share a secret with you.
Okay.
How does one do this?
You just let me know that it's something you don't want me to tell anybody else, so that I know it's a secret.
Then we should move from the public hallway for such a secret.
All right, lead the way.
Then I will stiffly walk. My room is occupied by Bok Bok.
Would you like to come into my room?
Yes, I would.
Okay, and then I'll head to my room. We'll walk in. I'll shut the door behind
All
Pharrell.
right. So, Nash, you won't be able to hear them anymore. Stanley, I think your headphones need to come off for now. Now, Nash, you can make your way to the room if you want to inject yourself into this, or you can choose to not and do something.
I feel I'm enjoying my sneak mode right now, so I'm going to go put my ear up to their door.
Okay, let's get a stealth roll, please.
Okay. Can do. Hold on a second. No modifier. An 11.
Okay, so you open your door, creak out into the hallway,
Yeah.
and sneak. and you think you're being quiet, but both Pharrell and Hope, as you enter the room, close the door to speak privately, you hear quite audibly. Now you can choose to ignore it or address it. You hear breathing outside the door. You don't know who it is, although you have a good idea of who it's going to be.
Hope will look at Pharrell, kind of giving him the cue to take the lead with this, since it's his secret.
And I will crouch slightly and walk over to the door and rip it open.
Ah!
Okay, you rip it open. You see Nash standing there. He smells pleasant and also like a vagrant. Like
A pleasant
because he's
vagrant.
got his cape, but he's soaped up.
Yeah.
It's a very confusing. Because the lizard folk, you're very attuned to people's smells. His smell seems both alien and familiar.
Nash, you have changed your scent, but I'm glad you are well.
I'm much better. Sorry, I was checking your door. Just checking your door.
A deception check, please.
Shit.
Versus insight on the part of Varel.
Okay. Oh, I got a good modifier for that. I haven't used this yet. 21.
4.
Varel, you believe him.
This is so good. It's exactly how this is supposed to go.
Hope's just gonna shake her head quietly.
Oh yeah, I hope you roll an insight
I
check
should
too.
roll
I'm
an
sorry.
insight,
You hear this?
yeah.
Yeah.
23.
You don't.
Good. Our doors should be secure for secret exchanges.
If you look back at me, Varel, Hope's shaking her head, just watching Nash. It's not disappointment. It's just.
No, it's anyway, I interrupt. It's all good. I just is everything fine in here? Did you need to be alone? I can go back to my room, or I can hang out here for a while.
No, we are sharing secrets, Nash.
Oh.
Do you have a secret you would like to share?
No. Although what I ate to give me what I had is still a secret, but I don't know it to share it, and I hope you guys don't get it. Oh.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to go back to my room and not be here. Enjoy your secret sharing, and I leave.
Thank you for checking the door.
Sure, no problem. It's secure, by the way. Everything's fine here. I leave.
Close the door.
Yeah.
All right, the headphones off then, Nash. I'm sorry.
All right.
So, if I tell you my secret, we exchange, yes?
No.
Oh. Well, then. Very well. A showing of trust is needed, perhaps, first.
Okay, what showing of trust would you prefer?
I share a secret, and then you are so moved by my secret sharing that you perhaps share a secret with me, if you so please.
All right, so it could be any secret.
Yes.
Okay.
My secret is slightly related to the ongoings in this town.
Okay.
Tonight, and I look around and speak quietly, I have a meeting with what appears to be some sort of hunter that I met in the bar. I believe he is, and Vera will make a L shape and go. He is gunning for Stanley.
Wait for Stanley.
Yes. And
What?
I'm going to meet him tonight.
What makes you think he's after Stanley?
Because he walked up to him and with a gun finger went,
Oh, Pharrell, that's just the thing people do.
I've never seen any of you do this.
Well, hell, you haven't known us our entire lives.
Have you, in the past, been one to...
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Oh, well, you don't
Is
have
that your
to.
secret? Is that you were once a gun finger?
Well, back in the day when I was young and impressionable.
This man was not young.
Oh,
Yes. He had a name. Dashington Twice, as the barkeep told me.
so what does he want to talk to you about? Just tonight, did he tell you anything about the meeting?
I did. How many secrets should I share, though? I've told you at least 2 secrets.
Well, whatever you're comfortable with.
Do you still plan to get rid of me?
I never plan to get rid of you, Pharrell. You're a great member of this party.
Well, I'm going to have this meeting. And he's from Slave Town.
Slave Town?
Yes.
What else?
I believe him to be a betrayed party of the one we hunt.
Oh.
Perhaps a former member of the entourage.
Oh. Well, if you want to meet with him, you do that.
It would bring me comfort that I will share with you the location. It is going to be in the Blusher's Haunt. I am not sure how long the meeting will last, but if I do not return by morning, and I fear that this may be a trap, but it may also be the #1 way to learn Stanley's secret.
That sounds fine. What time is the meeting?
Midnight.
And then they said come alone?
Yes, that was part of the deal. But if it is part of the old bank robbery group, they would know of me, and me alone.
Well, thank you for sharing.
And?
I respect you, Pharrell. I've always respected your strength.
I was not fishing for compliments. I was
I've
wondering...
never told you this.
Oh!
Yes, I respect your strength. I'm jealous of it.
That's you have your own strength.
Oh, I know I do.
And Varel glows a bit, and it's a fine secret.
Yeah, and I'd never betray you, Pharrell. However crazy things might get, just know.
Thank you. I am comforted by this secret exchange. I shall have your back, and you will have mine.
Yes, so if you need anything with the meeting, let me know. Otherwise, I'll trust that you'll be okay.
Yes, I believe we will have our answers tonight. And I'll head for the door.
Cool.
I think we can headphones off, people. Thank you.
Someone want to make an animated GIF of them going? That'd be awesome.
All right, Nash, you go back to your room, having successfully sold your lie that you were checking doors. Or do you're checking another door? Do you go back to your room, or do you continue checking other doors to keep up?
I'll
your
go
lie?
back to my room.
Okay,
that's fine.
So you hear the door open to Hope's room, and you hear the heavier footsteps of Rel sort of walk out. Stanley, you're still asleep, but we'll sort of include you. How long are you planning to sleep, or are you just out?
Just until it starts to run off a little bit. The in a daze drunkenness.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's up to you. You guys are in the top floor of Charlemagne's. It's about 10-ish. You remember, Varel, that the practice you were invited to starts at 1.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, so tell me what you guys want to do.
So is it rest time because Stanley's out? Is it night? What time is it?
It's 11 in the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah, Stanley decided to start drinking at about 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And a lot very quickly.
Yeah, he was pounding back the whiskey. So much whiskey, and well, I don't want to spoil things, but he was drinking whiskey. Let someone fill you in if you're curious about everything you're seeing.
All right, I'm gonna open the door because I hear Varel, I hear Varel walking out, and I go,
Yeah.
I see him, and I say, what are, what are we doing for lunch?
Yes, you would be empty.
I'm starving.
Perhaps we should. I have drank of the beer, but not had food in some time. At 1 o'clock, actually, we head to the stadium for blood ball practice.
Oh.
You're invited.
Oh. Okay. I should be in enough. Wait, when did this happen? Was it while I was on the shitter?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh. All right. Well, I mean, if I can get, I need food, and then I can probably partake in your blood bowl. That's fine.
As I understand it, we are going to play a great game the night before the wedding. That night, if we are victorious, we will dine in the keep itself, there with our prey, and have a exclusive moment to act.
Well, then maybe we just need something small. We don't have to fill up. I don't need a heavy lunch. We could just go somewhere and hang out. Get you another beer.
Very good. Shall I invite Hope?
Sure.
Or are we exchanging secrets?
No, I have no secrets to exchange that I'm aware of. So we could just go. I don't want to be cooped up here while we wait for Stanley to dry out.
Very good. Hope,
Yes?
we are heading for food and nourishment.
Let's go.
And I go, Pod, are you okay with this? You want to go with us or stay here?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just don't tell people I'm here.
Okay,
I would like. This would be a great way for me to learn how the world works.
okay. I'll keep it quiet. Don't do anything weird. All right, so
Okay.
I'll follow Varel down.
Wait a second, Nash.
Yeah.
If things are getting uncomfortable, maybe we can have a secret code.
Oh, yeah. No, I like that.
What's a good secret code word?
We can't use lemon tree. I know that. Let's think for a second. How about what's your favorite color? Give me your favorite color.
I don't know.
Do you know what a color is?
I think so.
Well,
It's
then
what the thing is colored at.
So all right. No, that's
not
good.
Pod. That's Bogle. I don't know what color is.
So let's say I gave you a choice between red, green, and blue. What do you choose?
I think red's really scary because when they crushed up my friends, they crushed them and they turned into clouds of red.
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
like it.
Let's not use red then. Yeah.
So well, the place I was imprisoned, it glowed green, and I don't like that color. So let's go with blue.
Blue. All right. So our safety word, or our get out of dodge word, is blue. Blue sky. So if you say blue sky in my ear, I'll know that means that we need to get out of here.
Blue sky is what I say to get safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I got it.
Good. All right. So I'm going to follow Varel, whichever
I'll
way he's
follow
going.
after Nash.
Did this happen right in front of me as I stand there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, did he hear me?
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta tell me if you're making an attempt to keep it from.
No,
people
you're right.
saying-
You're right. Okay. Well, I'm just going to proceed as no one heard me. They can say something if they have questions.
Okay.
I'll watch him walk by and downstairs.
All right. So you head back down to the main floor of Charlemagne's. As it begins to reach lunchtime, there are many patrons in there. There's a din of conversation. The Trashburgians who were there are less surprised and react less to you now that you've been there for a day or so. And there are open seats at the bar, and there's a table to sit at as well.
Cool. I'm perfectly comfortable passing the time, getting some food, and around that 12:30, heading to the stadium.
Same.
Okay.
Table or bar?
Do you have any questions you want to ask Nash? Now would be a good time.
So what happened while I was indisposed? What'd I miss out on?
Well, quite a fight.
A fight? I mean, it
Yeah,
sounded like a
feeling
fight,
little
but
tired, but otherwise all right.
did you guys, I mean, no one got hurt, I hope?
Hope will rub her neck a little bit. And, there's a new handkerchief around Hope's neck, and she'll kind of like pull it back to show the wicked bite marks.
Yeah, and you notice 2 round, small pinpoint holes that are starting to make a little bump a little bit on her neck.
Okay, I noticed this.
There's other sort of cuts and scrapes and chew marks, what look like teeth might have entered, but the predominant thing you see are these 2 holes in her neck.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Hope. Really should try not to use your name in sentences that I'm also using your name in. But you've got something there in your neck. What happened?
It was this thing we fought. I don't know what it was. It bit me.
Those are tooth marks. From a...
It was a man.
Oh, a man's tooth marks. I know what this is. Has anyone suggested the idea that perhaps you got yourselves wound up in some trouble with vampires? We have a book in the solar mines about vampires.
I mean, it sounds familiar, but I don't even know. What are vampires?
Well, I have a limited understanding, but they bite you in order to drain your blood. Some of them, the book I read, they could go out in the day, but they were sparkly when they did it. It wasn't a great book. There were 3 of them. They were very popular in ancient times. I think they were kind of shitty. But the point is, the core idea is that they suck your blood and they drink it, and it's how they subsist and survive. The problem is, if they choose so, if it's the kind of vampire I'm thinking of, they can convert you to be one of them. But you don't look like a vampire to me. Do you desire anyone's blood here at this table?
No. And it's sunlight out. I'm fine.
Yes. Pharrell, were you also bitten?
It attempted, but my pure heart shone through, and only I was able to smote it against the wall before it disappeared into a mist.
And Stanley, is he also bitten, or did he make it through without a bite?
Stanley, and I'll look around, lean in, may have been bitten before the Great Humpening.
Whoa, wait a minute. What? The Great Humpening?
Hope's shaking her head again.
What
There
happened?
wa-
Explain.
Things have proceeded fast, Nash, haven't they, since our time in the cave, of which you were not there.
Yeah, I had to poo.
No, not that.
Oh,
he's
that
referring to the
cave. Different cave. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes,
one
when
where
we
you
found
were
you
tied
walking
up.
in the desert.
Right. Yeah, no, it's a blur. Time has gone very fast. Yeah, go ahead.
The dream that seduced us into the desert, brought Hope, myself, and Bak to a cave, where we were met with handsome beings of our liking, and did writhe with them in a glorious but not entirely sexual ecstasy.
Oh, okay. I see. This is one of the. We would call this an orgy where I come from. Is that what it was? Okay. Where they did they? Was everyone was?
Solar
It
Solar
was
Mines
just dry
known for its
humping. There
orgies.
was no sex that happened.
Try humping. Yes. I remember that.
I was gonna look at Nash. Is it a story
No. And I say, no, just an old feeling. Feeling I don't have anymore. What?
In the desert, all humps would be dry.
Pharrell, I'm starting to think you've never had sex before.
And why would I have?
Well, for
I do not wish
reproduction.
to sire children. I have made this clear.
Oh. He doesn't
There
want...
we go.
Yeah, that's fine. So the concern, though, forget about all that. The concern is that bite could lead to very dark things, Hope. And how do we know you're not in the early stages of becoming one of these vampires that I've described? The problem is, listen, you'll live forever. Here, okay, I should explain this if you don't know. According to these books I read, there was a very handsome vampire, and he fell in love with this girl, but there was a competing werewolf. Do you know what a werewolf is?
No.
All right. Well, the books, they were old and torn, and we were missing chapters. But I remember in the solar mines, people around me claiming to be Team Edward. And I didn't know what that meant. But as I dug into the information, as I read the parts of the books that had survived, what I came away with was, you gain eternity, but you are forever a slave to your hunger for the blood of others. And that's bad. You basically become what people would perceive eternal life as freedom. But in truth and in fact, you will forever be a slave only to your hunger, and that hunger only. There's nothing else. So gone will be any other desires you have in life, any other passions you may have, any other opportunities that come your way will pale in comparison to your need for the next blood source. So I'm worried
I think this
about
is the most informative thing Nash Maggard has ever said.
Well, I had these books, see. And these
He was
books
a
were
big fan
Just
of
saying,
Twilight.
usually it's like, oh, we had pools back in our day. You gotta clean the pools and you get infection. That's about the extent of it.
But it's these are concerns I have as a character. Those are the telltale signs. So Hope, do you feel, should we further, I don't know, should we investigate, find out if you're okay?
How would we stop it? I mean,
test.
I feel a little tired, but nothing. I could eat food.
Yes, a test. Let us order at breakfast a second time, for Stanley did not enjoy the breakfast.
Oh, wait a minute. He doesn't like food now, or is he showing an aversion to food? I know I
Yes.
am, but for very different reasons.
What about alcohol?
Stanley got very drunk.
So he's not adverse to alcohol. Can vampires drink?
Yes, but only blood. However, there is my limited understanding is that there is a transition period where they will become really thirsty for anything to quench their thirst. And very quickly they will only want blood. Are you saying Stanley, how voracious was his appetite for what he drank?
He was, insulted by the meal, it seemed. It was non-delicious.
And did he only drank? When's the last time he ate that you remember?
Breakfast, I believe we all did together.
Was I there?
We had bear meats.
Oh, right. I think you gave me a shitty part of the bear. That's a separate issue, though. We can talk about that later. I would still rather have 24 hours diarrhea than vampire bites.
Nash, you are a worldly fellow, and I'm afraid that your time in the solar mines may have left you with great intelligence, but less wisdom. You entered a foreign town and drank of its water, and I believe that is what did you in while we had beer,
Oh, yeah.
a fermented beverage.
I forgot about that. Good point. I'll never do that again. That's true. I did have water, didn't I?
Yeah.
Everyone else had. Yeah, everybody else had something alcoholic, and I had water. What a dumbass. Also perfect for the week off, I guess. All right. So
you laid the seeds or sowed the seeds.
This
you didn't lay them.
This Pharrell, I can't overstate how dangerous this is. If either Hope or Stanley are in the grips of this change, in Stanley's case, we could already be too late if that's what's happening. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know the book. We missed the whole last 4 chapters of the book. And some said, it was said, in some dark circles, that the book was not 100% accurate as to the affliction of vampirism. So I don't know. I only know what I know from what I read, and that's it. I just know the consequences. I don't know if there's a way to fix it.
We'll sit there quietly thinking.
This isn't good, though. I'm starving, though. Can we eat while we talk about this?
Yes, that was the task.
Okay.
Okay, but Charlemagne, you wave Charlemagne over. He goes, hello, Nash. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
You guys left and come back really quickly. Already eating lunch?
Yes,
but,
we have a Blood Ball appointment.
Oh, you talked to my friend at the Blood Ball, Coach Marlborough and Coach Kamel. So you agreed to join the Blood Ball team?
We will all make our way there to participate in this practice.
Oh, well, I'll make you something delicieux, but not too heavy, so that you can, be comfortable when you are training. Okay, so what do you wish to eat?
Do you have garlic that we could put on food? Are you familiar with it?
I have a little bit. What do you want on the garlic?
Well, I would like the garlic on something.
A salad?
No.
You want you want me to make some rice?
Rice, please. Yes.
We sprinkle some garlic on it for flavor?
Yes. Hope, would you like some garlic?
I guess.
Okay, give her some garlic too. And I wink at Pharrell. I go like that.
And you want some meat on top of this?
Yes, and
with the rice,
could you
lamb?
Lamb is good.
Lamb before?
Yes, and give us 2 strips. And could you please lay them so they go like this?
Oh, like a symbol of Jesus Chrome.
Yes, so laid on top of each other like the cross of Jesus Chrome. Are you familiar with? You're familiar with that?
Please get your finger out of my face. I know what the Jesus Chrome cross looked like.
Thank you.
Okay, and Pharrell, do you want the Jesus Chrome special as well?
This is the light meal, yes?
Yes. Rice and lamb, which is a meat, and we'll sprinkle garlic on it.
Very good.
Should I make one for Stanley? Was he going to be joining you?
Yes. We should make one for Stanley.
Very well. I will go and make it, and then they come back and I give it to you. Okay? So, Santo. And then he rushes off to the kitchen. You hear the sounds of frying and steam coming out. About 15 minutes later, he comes back with plates. And can they get something to drink? He puts the plates out.
Just a beer for me.
The beer.
And for you, Nash, I know you like a water. I'll get you a water.
No. I will also have the beer, please.
Ah, merveilleux. Okay, I'll be right back. Just one moment. And do you know what Stanley wants to drink?
He's probably also beer. Don't give him the water.
Okay. All right. So he goes back. He gets into the refrigerated cupboard, pours 4 beers from the kegs, brings them over, puts them on the table, and says, "Bon appétit."
Thank you. Nash, how long do we have before Hope becomes handsome?
Sorry, I didn't expect that. It's different for everyone, but the early signs are tiredness. She's already showing signs. We're gonna know in a minute, though, how far in we are because of some tricks I'm playing right now.
So Stanley, if you want to wake up at any point and jump in, now might be a good time. They're about to eat and go do blood ball, so we could just say you jolt awake in a drunken You can go downstairs.
It just depends. If I'm in hangover state, I would probably get up. If I'm still like drunk, I would probably.
It's up to you. Like, I'm not really gonna be picky about, how you could just show up feeling crap or whatever. But if we do go to Blood Ball, because it looking like it wasn't scheduled, I don't know how much you're gonna might be sitting out for a lot of it. So it's sort of up to you if you want to participate in the Blood Ball training or not. Just wanted to give you this sort of.
We'll see where I'm at when they bring me my food.
Bring you your food upstairs in the room.
Nice.
Well, didn't they order me food?
Yeah, but it's gonna get delivered to the table.
Oh, okay. Well, then if somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Now's your opportunity to wake up and to participate in the group's activities. Totally don't have to do it, but you are sleeping off a hangover.
I was planning to, but we can get to that.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So Stanley's plate shows up at the table. Stanley's still sound asleep. Continue, please.
Hope?
Yes.
Does it look appetizing?
It looks delicious. And I'll start eating.
It tastes fine and has no effect as far as you can tell after your first bite.
Okay.
It's fine.
And I'm looking at her like nothing.
I'll
Cross
chew
also doesn't
slowly and look
Looking
very
at the Jesus
worriedly
Chrome
Nash.
cross doesn't affect you in any way that you can tell.
Charlemagne,
Yes, Mr. Megard.
do you have a mirror, a small mirror?
A miroir.
I have a zit.
Wait, I think I might have one. I think my sister Cynthia, she has one in her makeup kit. One moment.
All right.
You hear him. Cynthia, est-ce que vous avez un miroir pour les gens ici? Ben voyons donc, c'est mon miroir. Blah, blah. You hear them sort of bickering, and you hear pot get thrown around. Bang, 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 bang. He's like, "Oh, my sister, she is so angry today. I'm sorry." And he comes out. He comes out with a mirror, this sort of hand, like makeup mirror.
Little hand mirror.
It's large enough to see face. He says, "Well, here's the mirror, but I need it back, or Cynthia going to kill me. So make sure to give back to me."
You can totally have it back. I only need it for a moment. Hope, could you tell me? Could you just look at yourself and tell me what you see?
I see myself.
You
All
do.
right. Either that book was shit, or you're not a vampire.
I don't see any sparkles.
Yeah. All right. That book I read is either shit or you're just not a vampire. I don't think. At least by my reckoning. There could be a different kind of thing. There may be different vampires in this world. I only know what I read. These were all tests and you've passed them. Stanley, I can't speak for, but maybe keep this mirror here until he gets here. But go ahead and eat. You're fine.
Hope
And I'm
will
going
slowly
to eat too.
start eating.
I'm going to eat.
Yep, we'll down the food.
Yeah.
Okay. You continue eating in relative quietness now. You guys are all very hungry from the morning's activities, especially you, Nash. And everyone's plate is left except for Stanley's, and Stanley still has not come down.
All right, I will stand, scoop up the bowl of rice and chrome meats and the beer, and say, "Let us go feed Stanley."
So
Is everyone going to go?
Yes.
it's a very
right.
great service. Let's go give it to him.
So Nash, everyone brings their mug of mead because it's not done to bring him up with them, and Nash, you also bring the mirror with you. So Pharrell, you're first to enter into Stanley's room, followed by Hope and Nash. There's a door that's closed leading to the bedroom.
I'll walk in front of Pharrell and give a few light taps. Stanley?
Probably didn't hear it off a few light taps.
I'll knock a little louder. Stanley?
All right, roll an athletics check.
It's a natural one.
Not you.
Oh. I didn't know what athletics you wanted me
You're
to do.
sleeping. For the
Okay.
knock.
An
This is-
18.
Okay, so very loud. Boom, 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 boom. Wakes you out of your stupor somewhat. You're sort of thinking.
Oh. What?
We brought you some food, Stanley. Can we come in?
Yeah, yes, no food, though. I feel not good at all.
Oh shit, says Nash. we gotta get in there.
And then I'll slowly open the door and let Pharrell in.
Okay.
And I'll follow after Pharrell.
And I'll walk stiffly in. Stanley.
I'll make way for Nash to see.
I'm gonna say, Stanley. Just
What?
no,
Oh, you're
just hold still. You're fine.
all here.
You don't have to do anything. And I get down close to him, almost selfie style, with the mirror, and look and see if I can see his face.
Selfie style. You can see his face.
I can see his face. You're saying?
You can see his face. Yeah.
I go, damn it! And I put it in my little inside pocket of my robe to give back to
What are
Charmaine.
you doing, Nash?
Well, we're worried about you. You've been in here for a while. You haven't eaten. Pharrell especially.
Oh, that drink was much more powerful than I expected.
We brought you food. We intend to blood bowl at the top of the hour.
Oh, okay, we can do that. That's fine. Why is everybody here?
We wish to make sure you eat hearty and view the fine dining experience that our innkeeper, and I'll sort of tilt it towards him so he can see the top of the bowl.
We might be vampires, Stanley.
What?
It's okay. We're sharing secrets.
I got bit, and Nash was telling us he might know what that monster was, and Pharrell thinks you might have been bit back in the cave.
Look
Did
at
I
these. Look at
say
this.
anything?
Look at the food first. Do you see the meat? Does this?
Did I say anything about the cave?
Does the meat offend you in any way?
You offend me, Nash. Be quiet.
The meat doesn't appear to have any impact. He does briefly glance an eye at the meat. Doesn't seem to have done anything.
Damn it.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
Why are you asking about the cave?
Well, it was there that we lost track of you. And your demeanor sense has not recovered as quickly as we are accustomed to it. Even your sadness in the camp of the Tinkerer, what was his name? The barkeep that we hang out in the...
Charlemagne?
No. The when we went to the secret camp for a while, it was the tailor. He ran the inn in Slave Town, but then he was the
the jeweler.
The jeweler, yes. Your sadness in the jeweler camp recovered much faster than your lingering sickness of current.
Check his neck.
What has caused you all to have this suspicious nature?
Can I roll a perception check to see if I can see a bite on his neck?
You can roll an insight check.
Okay, is that what I'd use?
No, I'd say perception. You're trying to see his neck. Yeah,
Okay,
perception.
let's do a perception check.
Can I roll to see if I notice him trying to get a good look at my neck?
Oh, you see him doing that.
Oh, okay, good.
He didn't try to. He didn't try to stealth his way into observing you. He's looking at you like a.
It's an 8.
You do catch a glimpse of some of his neck, and you don't see any bites. But you haven't seen all of his neck, so you're not fully convinced.
Okay.
So, all three of you are incredibly suspicious. Why?
Stanley, you spoke in third person when you were drunk.
I did.
Yeah.
Well,
Stanley apparently wasn't there.
it seems that drink was a little more effective than I would have liked. I would have liked to have kept this perhaps a little more secret longer, but seeing as you are all here, I guess now is as good a time as any. I am not Stanley Billings. My name is Diane Tallis, Arch Fay of Carnage.
I'm just gaping at him. I don't know what to make of any of this.
Stanley is indisposed at the moment, though he is fine. We are simply sharing this body for the moment. I'm seeing your faces and understand you probably have some questions, so let me fill you in on what you don't know, and if there's anything you wish to ask me, you can do so when I'm done. When you were taken by that creature into the cave, the story Stanley told you about his attempted rescue was true. That place, however, was a prison that held me. After he defeated the creature, you all blacked out into the sand, and I emerged. I recognized a fellow Fey being in Stanley, and I made him an offer. An offer that he chose to refuse. He didn't understand what an Arch Fay was. I made him understand. So we have been sharing this body since then. And for the most part, Stanley has been in control as he ever was. But I spent centuries imprisoned there, and I felt the need to stretch my legs a little. I didn't count on you being quite so observant and catching on as quick, but maybe I just didn't take into account how well you knew Stan. So, any questions?
Dude, you're scary.
Why? I yell.
Why?
Why are you Stanley? Why are you here and Stanley isn't? And also, you were a way bigger dick to me while he was gone. This all makes sense now.
Nash. I'm here because I would like to regain my former glory. You see, they attempted to destroy me in that prison. I'm not sure if any of you know what an Arch Fay is. Stanley certainly didn't, or else he might have appreciated the threats. But I spent centuries deprived of air, deprived of light, deprived of food, smothered under sands and oil. And even that was not enough to destroy me. It did, however, leave me quite a bit weaker than I would have liked. Stanley could have helped me attain my power back, but he refused. By joining with his body, it presents me an opportunity to have him grow in power until eventually we can separate and I can continue on. It's a mutual partnership, even if it was one he was forced into.
That doesn't make any sense.
So what was the deal he turned down?
I was going to allow him to be my ward. He was going to act in my services and help restore me to power. There are a couple ways it could be done. The easiest is to absorb mana waves from beings of strong magical nature. That would be the fastest way for me to regain my strength. He felt that with the deals he had been making recently, he had made enough, and he didn't trust me.
Yeah, it seems rightfully so. And what is an Arch Fay?
How to describe it to you? You understand the powers that Kotobel Praith gave you. Imagine something that even Kotobel Praith might fear. That would be the powers of an Arch Fay. I'm a being of the Fey. I came to this planet to help eliminate a threat long ago.
What was the threat?
The dragons, of course.
And then why were you in prison?
Because I underestimated the strength of our enemy, and when I looked at the allies that I was presented, I found them weak, unable to assist in the way I needed. So, I imposed a level of natural selection. Keep only the strong and cull the weak. It was frowned upon when I turned on my own people.
Tell me that part about dragons again.
The dragons, you understand that there was once a war against the dragons, correct, Nash?
Maybe.
Do they not have that book in the solar mines?
No.
Oh, snap! That was a good one.
No. No, they didn't.
I was called to aid the people of Earth, along with my people from the Fae. We felt it would be to our mutual interest to assist.
Do you have all of Stanley's memories and thoughts?
Stanley is still here. He's simply not in control.
Right, but do you know what he's seen, what he remembers, where he's been?
Only what I've experienced while being a part of him. I can, of course, ask him anything I like. He can choose to tell me or not. That's his prerogative.
Okay, go ahead then. Forget I interrupted. It's all good.
Who stole the shoes from the old man?
Stanley did.
Who fought the vampire?
I did.
So they are vampires.
I don't know. Don't concern myself with such lesser beings.
I look at Hope like,
I'll look at Nash.
I don't think you're a lesser being, is what my eyes say. Says
Look
the
at them both looking at each other.
Did you establish she wasn't a vampire?
Well, not the kind I understand.
Right. I'm just laughing at I just love Nash logic. That's all. I just want to say that.
Nash Logic. It's in the new book I'm going to put out.
Is your goal in this town? In the keep?
My goal is your goal. I want Stanley to become stronger, more powerful, capable of far more magic. If he becomes more powerful, I become more powerful. While I'm in his body, my powers and abilities are quite limited. So, it is in my best interest to take care of him and those that would see him achieve his goals. Look, if you're looking for trust, understand this. Nash Magar would be an amazing supply of mana waves, and I have yet to kill him. My interests are your interests. I would like to see Stanley grow and become more powerful. It helps me, and in turn helps you.
So how do we eventually separate the two of you?
As of right now, I'm not entirely sure. Stanley has a natural affinity for the arcane, which is capable of a great many things if given room to flourish. It is my hope that I will find a way as he grows stronger, but in his current state we have quite a ways to go. Of course, if we find a source of mana waves, there's a simple ritual I can do to absorb that, and if I can attain my full power again, it should be a trivial matter to separate from Stanley.
Are you or Stanley hungry?
Not at the moment, no.
Do you wish to join us for Blood Bowl?
Why not? Seems like it could be a fun diversion.
You're so creepy.
We can't be okay with this. This isn't Stanley. This is a What are you? A Fay. Never even heard of this.
An Arch Fay.
An Arch Fay. Sorry, are there other Fays that do your bidding?
There are many beings of the Fay.
I don't trust any of this. Should be Stanley here.
You hear a voice going in your ear. It says, "Blue sky, blue sky,
Oh shit!
blue sky."
You guys,
All right, Nash.
I may not.
Everyone can hear it, but
Everyone can hear it.
What
yeah,
is-
there's just a faint little blue sky, blue sky.
As a matter of fact, Nash, you have a being of the Fey perched upon your shoulder right now.
Who says?
I believe she said.
Nash. All right, I'm gonna make a Nash. Bubbles said I was from the Fae.
Buttons said.
Buttons said I was from the Fae. Chat room, you can drink. There will be Dungeons drinking game.
Wait,
We all heard that?
You all heard it.
What'd you say?
What?
What'd she say again? That made me laugh. What was it?
Buttons said I was from the Fae.
Oh.
He had a book full of pictures of beings from the Fae.
I'll lose some rice and beer as my hand slipped. Did you eat Buttons?
Are you speaking to me, Pharrell?
Directly.
No, I did not eat Buttons. Buttons apparently saw my joining with Stanley, so I sent him away. I don't know where he is at the moment.
That sounds like horse shit.
Oh, I assure you it's quite true. A being from a Fae cannot tell a direct lie, Nash.
Do you want to? Do you want to show yourself, Pod? You all hear me say this.
Not really. I'm scared. This man is scary. Blue sky, blue sky.
I need to poo. I'm not done, I guess. I'll be back. So I'm gonna try to leave.
Yeah, you can leave.
Okay.
Just stand there.
Her-
The Diantalis, do you stop him?
No?
All right. I open that door.
Feels weird saying not Stanley, but Diantalis.
All right. I'm gonna go out into the hall, as far down the hall as I can, and I'm gonna say, "What is this? What are we doing? What? Why are you? Blue sky? We're supposed to reserve this for only the most terrible things. What's wrong?"
Well, I was really scared when he started talking about how he was Fae. He's Fae of Carnage. And Buttons, he said that Fae beings, sort of embody in their genetic code the reason for being as part of what they are. Pixies are magical and whimsical and represent beauty and joy and everything fun about life. The Arch Fay are the royalty of those creatures in the Feywild, and they might represent a singular idea like the Fay of bountiful feasts. It's exactly what you think. This person lives for nothing but feasts, and he said he was the Fay of Carnage.
That seems bad. All
And I
right.
heard the word carnage once.
Here's what I want you to do.
There's this man. His name is 48 Carnage. Or was it 41 Carnage?
42.
All he does is kill people.
I thought it was 42. Doesn't matter.
I remember him talking to Dr. Dickles. I overheard them. And he was bragging about how he put a gun in this guy's mouth and then shot it. And then the back of his head blew up. And then he put the gun in the guy's asshole and shot it. And then the guy's junk blew up. And then he put it in his belly button. He was reveling in the violence.
Pod, calm down. I have to stop you there because it's gross. But also, I want you to go to my room and I want you to stay behind the door and don't leave. I'm gonna go deal with this. I'm gonna go see what Hope and Pharrell want to do. I'm gonna go try to understand this better. But if you're afraid, I don't want you in there. He knows you're there, so stay in my room.
I'd feel better just if I was in the room. I won't go anywhere, but don't abandon me, Nash.
I'm gonna tell them you're not with me. But you can't speak, whisper, or do anything. Stay invisible. Can he tell you're with me?
He knew I was there.
Because you spoke, right? Or does he have another way of knowing if another Fae is around?
I don't know. This is too big for me.
Ah, son of a biscuit. All right. You can stay. Let's test it out. Stay on my shoulder. Be invisible. Don't talk.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go back in there. I'm back. I feel much better now.
Good.
I think that was just phase 2. We're done now. I'm good.
Are there any other questions?
What do you want with us?
I want to see you succeed, Nash. I want to see this stupid deal removed from 3 of your head. I want to see you all triumphant in everything you seek to accomplish.
And what do you gain?
Power, of course.
He feeds his hunger. In our wave of destruction across this plane, we will kill many a sorcerer, as we have in the past. And perhaps he will digest them, and eventually have his second glorious birth, which we can only hope will not hurt Stanley.
It is not at all my intention to harm Stanley, simply to regain what I lost.
If I punch you hard right now, who feels it? You or Stanley?
It would be both of us. Any harm that befalls this body would happen to Stanley directly. If Stanley were to perish, I can't say for certain what would happen to me. It could be that my essence would simply travel to whatever else is nearby. It could be that I would be sent back to the Fae to be reincarnated, which would bring back the powers I had lost far quicker, but considering they're the ones who imprisoned me, I'm in no rush to test. I simply don't know, but your friend would most definitely be dead.
I look at Pharrell and go, I don't trust it, and I turn away.
You don't trust it, Nash.
Yeah.
What a silly thing. I already told you I cannot lie, unlike Stanley, who's been lying to you this entire time.
Well, listen, it's not so much what you say, it's how you say it. Everything is, oh yes, why of course it is. Like this freaking hoity-toity bullshit is not, I don't trust it. It seems like if I ask you a question, like let me ask you this. Let's try it. Are you an archmage? Or, an arch fay?
Of course I am.
See, you guys hear it? He's just an a-hole about it, to the point that it sounds like he's tricking us. We've heard people like this before. This isn't our first time.
Limited capacity for social interaction is not my problem, Schmeg.
My social skills be damned. I'm concerned about the welfare of this group. And heaven help me, I'm about to say it. I'm worried about Stanley.
You have no need to worry for Stanley. He can be here whenever I wish.
So wish him here now. Let's see him. Let's see if he's okay.
Are you certain you're done speaking with me?
I look at the other two.
Hope has no words for this situation.
I have no doubt that your goals will be reached if you accompany our group. However, our request is thus. Should you harm and digest Nash Maggard, we will send you back to your jailers. And I will finish Stanley.
I think that's fair, though. What if something happens to Nash of his own volition? He is known to be quite careless.
Sorry.
It literally proves my point as I speak.
Sorry. I thought this was out. I have a dust cleaner, one of those dust cleaner things, and I thought it was all out of whatever's in it.
He's cleaning up phase 2. He's cleaning up phase 2.
Sorry.
I rest my case.
I didn't mean to do that.
Do you eat what is already dead?
I only eat what is dead. To drain someone while they're alive would result in their death anyway. It is of my interest to keep Nash Maggard alive. Bumbling though he may be, he is quite powerful.
Can't believe how much I miss Stanley now.
I think we're going to take our break there.
All right.
What do you guys think?
Yep.
That's good. We're
Yep.
going to recoup.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
That's a good note. Let's take 10.
That's a
All
good
right.
question.
See you in a bit.
All right, we're taking a quick one, guys. Come on back. We'll be right back. Whoops. I can't find this thing. There it is. All right, we'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.